Presented by listenheadlines.com, latest world news from trusted sources. Wall Street Journal World News.
June 14. 4:11 America, New York. Oil demand to peak this decade, IEA says. Rising demand for crude oil is set to slow to a trickle within 5 years and peak before the end of the decade, as electric vehicle uptake surges and developed nations rapidly transition to cleaner sources of energy.
BBC News World. June 14. 4:06 America, New York. Jocelyn Chia, U.S. comedian, calls Malaysia's reaction to MH370 joke ridiculous. Malaysia has said it will ask Interpol to help locate Jocelyn Chia, accusing her of offensive content.
Mirror World News.
June 14. 4:06 America, New York. Britney shooting. Mum of British girl, touch and go, after being shot in neck and back. Mum Rachel Thornton and her husband Adrian were both severely injured when a 71-year-old neighbor allegedly opened fire on them during a barbecue in their garden in France.
Wall Street Journal World News. June 14. 4:04 America, New York. Shell to lift dividend, launch $5 billion buyback. The energy major Shell said it will share billions more from its record profits with investors while deepening its commitment to the oil and gas businesses that produce the highest returns.
BBC News World.
June 14. 4:02 America, New York. Japan. 2 soldiers dead in military facility shooting. Police have arrested an 18-year-old recruit who opened fire at his colleagues during a drill.
Washington Post World.
June 14. 4:00 America, New York. Ukraine Live briefing. Zelensky pushes tougher sanctions on missile parts after hometown attacked. Preventing the sale of microelectronics to Russia would be less expensive than funding air defenses, Ukraine's president said, after 12 were killed in Kryvyi Rih. BBC News World.
June 14. 3:53 America, New York. Austria. Mother accused of attempted murder after locking child in dog cage. The Austrian mother is being investigated for attempted murder and torture of her 12-year-old son.
Wall Street Journal World News.
June 14. 3:47 America, New York. Notable and quotable. Speech at Virginia Tech. When students filed this current lawsuit, a Virginia Tech tenured professor took to Twitter to publicly call the students conservative teabags who were suing the school because they're bigots. Single quote.
Washington Post World.
June 14. 3:00 America, New York. Israel ramps up home demolitions to fight terror, but at what price? Israel says home demolitions act as a deterrent, at a time when terrorist attacks are on the rise. Some experts say they only feed the cycle of violence.
Mirror World News.
June 14. 2:24 America, New York. Belarus receives nuclear weapons more powerful than Hiroshima atomic bomb from Russia. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko told Russian state TV that his country has begun receiving some of the weapons which are 3 times more powerful than the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima.
Washington Post World.
June 14. 2:07 America, New York. 2 killed in Japan after trainee turns rifle on soldiers at shooting range. The 18-year-old trainee was arrested on charges of attempted murder. Gun violence is relatively rare in Japan, and firearms are strictly controlled.
Fox News.
June 14. 2:00 America, New York. Increased use of AI on the job shows disturbing health trend, study finds. Employees who frequently use artificial intelligence at work are more likely to suffer from loneliness, insomnia and binge drinking, according to a new study.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
June 14. 1:36 America, New York. Belarus starts receiving tactical nuclear weapons from Russia 3 times more powerful than Hiroshima bomb. Belarus has started to receive tactical nuclear weapons from Russia, its leader has said. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko speaks to journalists during his visit to a military-industrial complex facility in the Minsk region, Belarus, June 13, 2023.